What's up, guys? This is Zack Hample at Fenway Park in Boston. Finally, sort of. I've been here 15 times over the years, going all the way back to the 1990s, and I have done a video here for YouTube. That was back in 2012. Got my 6,000th ball that day, so pretty cool, but since then a lot of people have asked me to come back and do another video. I wasn't with my main videographer that day, Brandon, but he is filming me right now, and let's face it, he's the best, so I have high hopes for this video. Now, my lifetime total is 9,611 balls. This should be the year that I reach 10,000, hopefully, but as for today, my simple goal, well, somewhat simple, is to get 5 baseballs, because my lifetime total at this stadium is 95, and as I've been saying, I'm hoping to reach triple digits at every current Major League stadium. This is just a few hours from where I live, so pretty easy to come back, but it would be nice to nail that down today. So that's the goal, 5 balls. And then during the game, I don't know, the focus might be less on running around catching balls and more on just kind of wandering and exploring, reconnecting with this place, and showing it to you guys from every possible angle. It is glorious, and I'm really excited to be here. All right, in here nice and early, out in center field. Craziest outfield configuration in baseball by far. Center field for right now, gates just opened. What do you guys think? I think it's time to check out the Green Monster, huh? Let's head up that way. Where's my bag? All right, here we are on top of the Green Monster. Takes about 45 seconds to get here from center field. Had to go through that little tunnel, down some stairs into the concourse, and then zigzag back up a bunch of staircases, which dump you off way in left center, and you gotta pass through this long sort of walkway at the back, which is a nice place to catch baseballs. I think the temptation for most people in general is like, I wanna be in the front, I wanna be in the front, as close as I possibly can. But the problem with the configuration up here is that you have all these long rows with these sort of elevated tables and stools, and if even one person is on one of the stools, it's too narrow to pass through. So standing at the back is actually the best place to be. If you're playing down here for a ball, you are trapped. I'm trapped right now because I'm talking to my cameraman who's blocking my row. But seriously, that is something to consider if you do want to come up onto the Monster. All right, got my Orioles hat on. I would love to be along the foul line right now because their pitchers were just playing catch, but for the first hour that the stadium is open, you have to stay in the outfield. So not many opportunities right now, just waiting for things to get cooking again. Number 1, want this one? Oh, all right, on the board. Those advertisement boards knock down a lot of home runs. I feel like being up here on the Monster, there's a whole lot of ways that will prevent you from getting a ball, and everything has to go right to actually get one. Yeah.
I always play catch and release.
That ball snuck through a little space in the screen blocking the garage, and it actually hit a car on the fly. Kind of a glancing blow, so no broken windows, but man, it's like they have to hit it far enough to reach the walkway, but not too far, or it'll sail onto Lansdowne Avenue. If it goes to the left or to the right, it's gonna hit one of the advertisement boards. That one's way gone, look at that. Watch your windshields. Oh! I could have reached that ball, but my view got blocked by this big advertisement, and it almost hit me. I mean, it would have been a catch right like here, but I couldn't see it till the very last second, so that's kind of frustrating. And at 5:30 p.m. they clear everybody out from the Monster who doesn't have a ticket there. time to try out right field for a bit. Another quirky spot, which is kind of fun but also kind of annoying because it's already close to 400 feet just to the outfield wall. Then you have the bullpens, and then you have some room where you can move. So it really takes a shot to get it out here. And it's really unlikely for a right-handed batter to put a ball here, so it can be good for power-hitting lefties, but for anyone else, not so great. Thank you! All right, Brad Brock, is that how you pronounce his name? Just hooked it up for me. The second ball I've gotten all day, and I think I've run about 10 miles inside the stadium back and forth. Chris Davis, dead center field. That makes me happy. Two of the farthest home runs I've ever seen hit at Fenway Park that went on top of this tall brick wall on the center field side of the Green Monster. That's just ridiculous. Chris Davis hit one, and I think maybe it was Jonathan Scope that hit the other. I mean, I was turned around ready for the ricochet off the wall, and it cleared the wall. Well, that was a pretty tough batting practice for me. I got 3 baseballs. I think I definitely could have had a few more if I started off in right field instead of being up on the Monster. And of course, when I was on the Monster, I was talking about how lefties won't hit the ball there, and deep in right field, I was saying how righties won't hit it. I just want to point out that when I was in center field, the good thing about playing there is that anybody with a lot of power can hit a ball. And sure enough, Chris Davis hit one fairly close to me, climbed back over row, made a decent catch on that one, so that felt nice. But yeah, 3 baseballs total is definitely one of the lower BP totals for me ever at this stadium. But I feel like this video is more than just about the baseballs. It's about the experience of being here. So cool. It's the oldest stadium in baseball. It opened the same week that the Titanic sank. So that's actually why people thought the Red Sox were cursed for a while. And here's a few fun facts about the Green Monster. Did you know that in 1947, that's when it actually got its nickname? Because there used to be a whole wall of advertisements and billboards, and it was then that a coating of green paint covered it all up. And that color is actually called Fenway Green, and it's a patented color. And here's one more thing. The former owners, the Yankees, have their initials in Morse code on the wall. So just really cool stuff. Even Wrigley Field, which is just classic and beautiful and so old and has history, doesn't have nearly as many quirks as this place. So, like I said, the baseball total was a bit low, but really just happy to be here. Here's another iconic spot inside Fenway Park, the right field foul pole, which is known as the Pesky Pole. It's named after a former Red Sox player, Johnny Pesky, who in the 1940s gained some extra notoriety by hitting a few very important home runs just inside the foul pole. Now, this pole is only 302 feet, so that's the shortest home run in Major League Baseball. And if you hit a ball even like 10 feet toward fair territory, the wall juts back to about 380 feet at a really sharp angle. So just really quirky outfield configurations. Now, if you can see, there are a bunch of magic markers scattered on a little ledge here around the pole. I was just talking to some fans. They said they brought a 12-pack of markers, left it there for people. Red Sox management is very laid back in general, really fun place to watch a game. And they're cool with people writing their names on the pesky pole. I just love the atmosphere here so much. I always feel like I'm at a party when I'm at a Red Sox game. That was pretty funny. I'll tell you about that in a second when it's not quite so loud. The game is underway, top of the first inning. I'm hanging out here up on this elevated party deck. It's kind of like a private area, but really nice usher up here is letting me hang for a couple minutes. This is probably one of the more beautiful views in Major League Baseball. The fans are booing. There's like a little argument going on right now, but I just want to explain quickly what happened down by the bullpen, because in like an hour of batting practice, I got 3 baseballs, and then in the span of about 60 seconds, I got 2 more. The first was tossed up by Alec Asher, tonight's starting pitcher for the Orioles, and then the second one, all right, let me break it down for you. Alan Mills, the Orioles bullpen coach, I knew he had a ball in his pocket, and I asked him for it really politely. I said, please, and all that stuff. He looked up and said, I never give it to the person who asks. And I was like, wow, okay, I've never heard that before, but fair enough. He then said, where are you going to be sitting tonight? And I said, actually, I'm going to be wandering around, so I don't know. Then I said, I'm going to be here tomorrow, and I'm going to make sure I don't ask you for a ball. He laughed, he said, hang on a second, and I knew it was coming. Ducked out of sight for a second, reappeared, and then tossed up this beauty, which is my 5th of the day, number 100 lifetime at Fenway Park. So that's really fun, kind of winning over the coaches, negotiating. That can be as much fun as making a jumping catch on a home run. I love the interactive nature of collecting baseballs. It's the bottom of the 4th inning, and the Red Sox are on top 1-0. Chris Sale is pitching just dominant. 97-mile-an-hour fastballs, 87-mile-an-hour changeups. How do you hit that? Anyway, I've been wandering for the first few innings of the game. I have not gotten another baseball. Brandon, my videographer, has been trying to get as high as he can right behind home plate to get his photo that he always takes from every stadium. But up here there's some fancy club, you gotta have special tickets, and no one would let him in. So that's a bummer for him. I'm enjoying myself, and I'm sitting in an interesting spot right now, underneath the protected screen behind home plate, because there's actually a gap in the netting at the top, and foul balls do sometimes drop down. I've never gotten a foul ball or a home run at this stadium, and I always see them come to this spot, so maybe tonight is the night. Awesome day here at Fenway Park. Red Sox won the game 5-2. Chris Sale got the win. Craig Kimbrell nailed down the save. And Hanley Ramirez, man, that guy is incredible. He blasted 2 home runs completely out of the stadium over the Green Monster. So in retrospect, rather than sitting behind the plate and going for foul balls, and they didn't hit any while I was there, I wish I'd been on the roof of the parking garage across the street. I mean, I would have seen more action there than anyway. I got 6 baseballs total, 1 on top of the Monster during BP, 2 out in center field. I got 2 out in right field from the Orioles bullpen before the game, and then after the game, I got this one tossed up by DJ Rayburn, home plate umpire. I'm pretty sure he's the same guy that hooked me up after the game in Toronto just recently, so cool dude. Now, my 6 baseballs today bring my lifetime total to 9,617, and this is now the 17th Major League Stadium where I've snagged at least 100 baseballs, so that's pretty cool. And best of all, I'm coming back tomorrow. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you then.